Welcome back to the Buns in the Box podcast. Before we get started, make sure you guys go check out the giveaway details in the description below. The Leafs game. The Leafs lose 6-3 against the Canucks. Back-to-back losses for the Leafs. I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, I didn't even watch up until the second period because I had to write an exam. But I definitely wish I never watched the rest of that game. I mean, Rittich is just had the worst game ever. I don't want to say he's a bad goalie, but that was bullshit. Those final goals should not have went in. Felly, you can take the first two goals if you want, because I didn't see them.
Okay, well, first of all, Rittich was brutal. I don't know why. As soon as a goalie puts a Leaf jersey on, it's just different for some reason. They just decide to play terribly. I don't know what it is. But the first goal was John Tavares. Nylander picked up the puck. The defenseman fell over. It was like a 2-on-1. Nylander shoots it, gets saved. Nylander takes it around the back of the net, gives it to Tavares in front. Tavares puts it in. 1-0 Leafs. All right. So then after that, did Vancouver score after that?
Yeah, they did.
1-1.
Yeah.
So
it was Sutter, I think. I got the notification.
Oh yeah, that was the unbelievable bounce.
Right. So it went off like the side of the net. Luckiest bounce I've ever seen. I've never seen the Leafs get a bounce like that in my entire life of watching Leafs games. Ever. Like, how does that just bounce directly out to someone's tape to put in the net?
It caught it and threw it back. It was
literally. I've never seen the Leafs get that lucky. I've also never seen the Leafs shoot a puck at a goalie twice and it go through him twice. The Leafs played Rittich no longer than 2 months ago, and he almost shut them out twice in a row.
Shut them out.
Well, he shut them out, but he almost shut them out the second game too. 1 goal against, and then 1 in overtime.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what is it? What's the difference? Why is it different when he puts a Leafs jersey on? Why? I don't get it. Okay, so then they go down 2-1. I think the Leafs, right?
Well, I mean, I can take it over from here if you want because I have the rest of the goals.
Okay, go ahead.
So 10 minutes into the second, this is when I turn the TV on. I wish I never did, but Quinn Hughes just puts a shot on net. What do you know? David Rittich just misses the puck.
It tipped off Marner.
Yeah, it did tip off Marner, but he just whiffed on it. Absolute embarrassment. First of all, literally all the notes I have for Rittich's goals are just he should have had that. That's embarrassing. Like, come on. Fortunately, though, 17 minutes in, Tavares from Nylander and Matthews, finally a legitimate power play goal. This was actually a boost. It was one time where the power play actually boosted their confidence, and it really worked because the third period comes around, and Adam Brooks scores a shorthanded goal, right? So now you see why that power play is so important. You know, it brings momentum. They carry momentum into the third, and Brooks gets that shorthanded goal. Really nice play by Marner. He got the puck out. He shot it on net. He passed it to Justin Hall. Justin Hall shoots it. Marner gets it back. Pass it to wide open Brooks into the empty net. Great play, right? The next 4 goals were the worst goals I've ever seen. Any goalie let in. David Rittich should be embarrassed that he let those goals in. It just kept getting worse. Goal after goal. So this one I wrote down like not even 5 minutes after. Rittich should have had that one. Should never go in. 3 minutes later, Rittich needs to have rebound control. That was when they shot it off of him, and he just let it go in front of him. 4 minutes later, bad turnover by Kerfoot. Nylander can't get the puck. And who was it? JT Miller? Or someone like that? Just takes a slap shot through the 5 hole. How? I don't get it. Pearson, sorry. I don't know how that goes in. That is so embarrassing. He literally went down, square to the puck. Easiest save of his life, goes through his 5 hole. Unbelievable. I missed one. I missed the one where they shot it and it was like going wide and he tipped it in his own net with a pad.
Oh, that was the goal. That was Pearson.
That was the goal where I couldn't watch anymore.
Oh, it was.
They went down by 2 and it was just over at that point. You can't pull a goalie either with 5 minutes left in a game and you're down by 2. So, but that was just bad. And I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, they were both Pearson. Both the goals were Pearson.
Yeah, and then Sutter got the empty net. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's how fast we went through the goals. Just like that, the Leafs blow what, a 3-2 lead, and just horrendous defense, horrendous plays by the goalie. Those should never ever go in.
I mean, I just want to intervene and just stand up for a little someone here. In the exact same shots, I'm pretty much I think it's down to the maybe a one difference in shots, an overtime point, and 3 less goals against was Jack Campbell the night before. Yeah, he didn't have a great showing, but it really puts it into perspective what Campbell is capable of and how he's been playing. And clearly he hasn't been playing well, but look at what happens when you stick someone else that isn't him. And like he should have had 4 of 5. So and then,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what are they doing at the front office right now?
Yeah.
They're sitting in a circle. Keefe and Shanahan and Dubas are sitting in a circle going, what do we do now? How do we manage? How do we finagle the cap to try and get Anderson back? Or do we just play Campbell every game from now on? Or like, what are they thinking? Because I don't even know what they could possibly be thinking.
Yeah,
I
agree.
mean, they
Go ahead.
picked up Rittich at the trade deadline for a reason. Hutchinson would have played better that game, I think, because even Hutchinson would have had those two saves. Like, yeah, there was a couple that he let in that probably he didn't really have a chance at, like the rebound goal and whatever. But like, I don't know what could you even be thinking if you're Keefe right now?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
one bad
Dubas.
goal like that, that happens. That's going to happen. But like 4 or even 5, like,
Well, now the thing is, it's like you pick up a guy that trade deadline to help your team go through the playoffs, and now he's playing worse than the guy that you filled him in for.
yeah,
Like, so one bad game doesn't make someone, but how comfortable do you feel a couple games from now putting him back between the pipes? You don't.
Yeah.
I don't. If I see that Rittich is starting in a couple of games, I'm going to be scared. I don't want that happening right now.
And to intervene with that, on top of all this that we're talking about, Rittich is not Rittich right now, and all that in terms of he wasn't the best pickup at this point. We probably just took a shot at Campbell's confidence by not starting in this game. So now with our starter right now, he is like that. That was just a punch in the nads for him. So
yeah.
Well, now the issue is Campbell gets sat a game when he could have played. So just what you said, his confidence is shot. Rittich's confidence is shot because he just had a terrible game, and I guarantee he's getting grilled by the media right now.
I'm surprised he didn't put his head through the glass.
And Anderson,
he's infamous for it.
And Anderson got put on the LTIR after having some bad games. And now what? Now, not even this season. What about next season? What happens? I have no idea if Dubas has something up his sleeve or not, because now you have to sign Hyman. So what now? You can't you can trust Campbell. He's injury prone. Rittich is a free agent. I don't even know, but just for this season, a playoff run with these 3 goalies right now doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, next steps for the Leafs. What do they do? How do they come back from this? How do they come back from the lowest of lows? Lose to a team twice who hasn't played in fucking 3 weeks, right? How do you come back from that? Well, you regroup. You're playing the Jets 4 times in a row. It's gonna be tough. I believe it's on the road too. It's gonna be tough. You gotta shake it off, and you have to realize you're getting Foligno. You're getting Ben Hutton if needed, because Bogosian went down.
Well,
we don't know anything about him. We have
Well-
Sandin. We just have to look up from here.
I think that's the only possible upside right now is getting new looks in the lineup.
Yep.
Other than the goalies, because that situation has to deal itself out because there's nothing else you can do at this point. Trade deadline's long gone, and you have 3 guys that can play in the NHL, but none of them have shown to even be a starter at this point. I mean, Campbell obviously had that amazing run, but for the last 3 games, he's shown that he's a bit inconsistent. He had a great streak, but he's had 3 not great games. They weren't terrible, but they weren't great. So like the only thing you have to look at, the only upside now is, okay, Foligno's coming in, maybe Ben Hutton's coming in. At this point, even maybe Riley Nash, take him off the LTI or whatever, try and get him in the lineup.
You can.
Like, something has to change. I don't know what it is. And Mikheyev was out that game, and Hyman is out for the next 2 weeks. And then now we're playing the Jets 4 times in a row, coming off a 5-game losing streak. A 5-game losing streak, going to play the next best team in the division. Now
For
we're
first
probably
place as well.
the best team in the division.
Yeah, this is for first place. Whoever wins this series will claim first place, and that's a fact.
At this point, though, it doesn't really matter who they play in the
Really,
playoffs.
yeah,
If they
you're
play
gonna
like
have
that,
to play-
they play like that, or if they play like they have the last 5 games, it doesn't matter. And to me, the Leafs can beat any team in the North pretty easily, but they have to all like show up for the game. That goes from the goalie to the defenseman to the forwards, to the bottom line forwards, all the way to Matthews and Marner and Tavares.
Mhm.
None of them showed up except for Tavares today.
Yeah,
Nobody.
And,
Tavares
and,
was
it's been like
one
that
player.
for 5 games.
Mhm.
One player showed up. Tavares. That's it.
Yeah, 4th straight multi-point game.
We've had a consistent player these 5 games, and it's not someone we've been expecting these past 20. So
For sure. Yeah. And I guess if we've got that all out of our system, I don't really want to talk about the Leafs anymore. So unless you guys have any other comments, I guess we'll wrap this up. No? All right.
No.
Well, Leafs fans, there's only one way to go from here, and that's up. Kind of feel like Buffalo fans right now, but there's only one way to go up from here. And
Too bad Leafs fans have been saying that for the last 55 years.
yeah, well, out of this rut right now, there's only one way to go out and go up. Excuse me. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure to follow us for more podcasts like this. This has been the Buds in the Box podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.